YouTube once again. Welcome back. It's been a while. I haven't recorded in a while. I was doing other things, and hope you guys been well. Welcome back to Wakati Avenue once again. It's your boy Alfred here, and to get straight to it, uh, I just want to get something out here right before my 40th birthday on the 14th. This is when this video is going to be dropping, right? And so um, this is a video that is a preparation for when I turn 40 next month, 14th of September. By the way, shout out to Nas Escobar. I share the same birthday with the rap god, the godson, Nasser Jones. Anyway, this one right here is all about the thing. At first, let me get this straight. First, I wanted to make the usual list of 40 things that I wish I knew before I turned 40. 20 things I wish I had learned before I turned 40. But instead, I'm going to go a different route, right? I'm going to take this route of, I'm just going to talk about one thing, right? Just the one thing that I'm glad I found out, or I really uh, figured out before I turned 40, right? And the thing is, basically, really coming to terms with your past, with my past, basically. I'm glad that that's what I did. I came to an understanding of my past, my bad, the bad, the really good, the good, the bad, and the ugly thing about my past. And I'm glad that I have reconciled with my past. You see, everyone has failures, everyone has a shameful past, everyone has guilt inside of them. But if you hold on to those things, if you carry on with them to the other side of your future, right? If you still harbor them inside of you, you you'll feel this burden, and each time you make a step forward, the thing is that you still won't feel like you are advancing because you have this thing in your chest. But if you're able to reconcile with your past, whatever past is, whatever you've done, whatever shameful thing is, it doesn't matter how you come about it. What different people, we come from different backgrounds, we have different situations, or how we were brought up, right? So whether you're Christian, you're Muslim, you're Hindu, you're atheist, whatever religion you subscribe to, it doesn't matter how you go about it, right? The thing is, you're supposed to really come in terms and forgive yourself, for the things that you've done in your past, the things you've gone through, and come to an understanding that it was just a journey. It was a part of your journey. It was if without that, you wouldn't be where you are. Um, excuse me. For example, me, I had plenty of failures. I failed my exams, my high school exams, Form 6, that is. I got the lowest of the marks, and it was some sort of shameful thing. I had so much guilt because maybe I had done things that I wasn't supposed to do, and obviously I had shameful stuff. Especially the grasp of my hypersexual past. I wouldn't say I was that much of a sexual person, right? But a lot of the things is other things that we go through when we're in our 20s, 30s. The sexual exploits, from masturbation to going out there and buying women, prostitutes. Now that can take something inside of you and make you feel a certain way. Why? Because you feel that that's not you, right? you feel like you can do better than what you're doing at that moment. Buying prostitutes. That's not you. You're more of a someone who can relate better with women who are not selling their bodies to get money. Um, Obviously, we all make mistakes, right? Because you have to get the underlining of why this has happened. Why did you get to that place? So once that is done, right, and that's you say, okay, that was me, right? You come to terms to the fact that that was you, that's who you were, but you also have to make sure that you're doing something about it. So that as you advance, whether in your career, in your life, in whatever endeavor you're trying to create, the life you're trying to create, as you advance, those things do not, and you make sure first of all they're no more part of you, right? They're part of your past. Then you make sure that they do not come back and try and push you back. Because let me tell you something. A lot of the time, these things, they do keep us in a sort of perpetual circle, right? A circle whereby you're doing the same thing. For example, if you are the type, or like I was the type who would mess around with prostitutes, maybe, or loose girls or whatever, then you find yourself in the same cycle, right? Because that's the vibe you're getting out there. That I'm the type that, even if you know that you're not, and you try and talk to a normal girl, just a cute girl or something, you're still getting out that vibe that, okay, I'm not who I am, because you've decided to entangle yourself basically with these sort of loose women, right? Or maybe if you're a perpetual a masturbator, right? Because that's the vibe you're gonna get out there. But knowingly that you in your mind know that, no, that's not me, but because you've decided to take shortcuts, because let's face it, at times you're frustrated, you might even have a girlfriend, right? Then maybe you guys got into a fight, and maybe that day you feel like you need a sexual sort of a release, right? Maybe you think first of all your thought would be like, let me masturbate. It's a quick fix, which in the long run isn't good, right? That's why you have things like monk mode. You'll have semen retention, and those are the things that I implemented. Semen retention, and go months without ever trying to masturbate, so that I can get self control. I can get control of my sexuality. It wasn't a very easy. It wasn't an easiest thing. I'd go months, but then sometimes you relapse. Obviously, there are people who go on semen retention for 100 days. I've done it before. Sometimes I relapse. Sometimes these things just it depends on the sort of thing you're doing, and your goals, right? So the more you do of it, the more you're going to really, and the more you succeed, the higher you elevate. You elevate your consciousness, you elevate your own self-esteem, your confidence. Why? Because now you're moving away from that rhythm of uh, entangling yourself, let's just say, or that connection with the loose women, the connection with being a masturbator. Or these are just examples. There's plenty of things that we do that we consider not good or shameful or failures. And this is just one of those things, or two of those things that I was trying to reconcile with, right? So once you start finding solutions to these things, right? Like the semen retentions, the no fap, you can go on the no fap movement. All those things you're going to find, if you're looking for solutions, you're going to find it, and they do work at this, because you have to implement them the way you think are good for you. The no fap, the semen retention, going monk mode for months with just doing your work, studying, studying your work, doing whatever you're supposed to be doing, so you can advance and develop yourself. All those things add up, right? And then at the end of the day, you find that you're now moving towards a different path, a different cycle. There's this book by Napoleon Hill called Outwitting the Devil. he talks about this sort of things, the sort of like the arithmetic patterns that we usually find ourselves in, and he talks about you or us getting out of those patterns. And the only way usually is by doing constructive things, things that help you move away from that and creating new rhythm that you can be happy and proud of. So at the end of the day, once you start creating that, then you find the world or people, and you start attracting the people that you want, right? That will help you in your journey, and not just people who are there to stop you from developing to the person that you are, because it will show from your demeanor that you're going to repel all those people who are not supposed to be in your life and attract those people who are supposed to be there. That's a subconscious thing. It will be a subconscious thing because they're now moving towards or in a different rhythm, in a different cycle, and the demeanor that you're now having is totally different from what you had before. So basically, this is the thing that I've reconciled with, and I'm really happy because it has come out of my chest. It was a burden on me, and at the same time, it was tough because I'm in a place where I cannot afford a therapist or a psychologist, or whatever, or even a mentor. But because I seeked out the knowledge, I went out and I was seeking out the knowledge, then it came to me, and through hard work and working on myself, self-development and reading and also watching relevant YouTube videos, right, that I know that would help me throughout my journey. Then slowly the revelations would come, and my mind would move now towards the things that would bring me solutions. And now I feel like I can really I have the discipline to do and move along in a better manner towards as I approach my 40s. That's next month on the 14th. I think that's when I'm gonna drop this video, and then beyond that, and have that demeanor that I can relate to the people that I want to relate to. But this obviously doesn't mean that you are guaranteed to succeed, but it also means that you get to really really do the necessary work, and then you come up with your own version of success, being obviously in a much more realistic manner, doing things that are realistic so that you don't have to fall for things that do not make sense. So yeah, so I'm guessing this is exactly another reason why. Yeah, I think this is another reason a lot of churches have this concept of confession, especially the Catholic Church. I think because so that this sort of thing does help someone relieve themselves, relieve the thing that's really hurting inside or that's been inside of him. So once you confess, you go the Catholic Church have these confession booths where you talk to a priest or something, and there's similar stuff throughout a lot of religion practices around the world, where you talk to counselors who you trust, and who can actually that you can relate to and talk to and make sure that you're heard. But sometimes you may live in a place where you do not trust most people, in a place that, or in an area, or you're in a situation that you think people will judge you. People these days, people are way too judgmental. You talk about your past, your shameful past, they're quick to judge. They want to separate for you themselves from you, because you have, as if they're they just want to they just want someone who's totally clean, as if they want people who are angels to be on their side. And that's why a lot of people have so much complications, because usually they attract people who are hypocritic, because no one is perfect. Now, if you show that you're not perfect, that's when people start judging you. And this is another reason I have very few friends, because people are just too judgmental. You talk freely about yourself. They start having mad stuff in their heads, and they're not constructive enough to tell you or that or maybe how you can go about your predicaments, but they'll just judge you and that's it. So if you feel like people will judge you, get someone who you trust. Talk to someone, get a mentor, get a counselor that you trust, or just take it straight out to who you may believe in, your God, Allah. You know, if you practice meditation, meditate on it. Thoroughly learn how to meditate on it. If you believe in the supreme intelligence, even if you believe in your ancestors, take it to your ancestors. Go to your parents' grave. Go to your grandparents' grave. Talk it out. Just take it out. Have an outlet of sort, so that you can feel free, and you can feel reconciled, and you really going to break those chains, because as I see these days, a lot of these priests and pastors are only taking advantage of people, because they know this. A lot of people, we are chained to our past, we are chained to our shame, to our failures. So all they're doing is creating a sort of an illusion whereby they are the ones to heal you. They have these, excuse me, they pretend to have these magical potions, the way if you're gonna rub it on yourself, then you'll be freed. There's nothing like that, man. Don't lie to yourself. Be true to yourself. And I'm one who believes that once you're true to yourself, right, you tell yourself truth. You don't run away from truth. And then you forbid lies, right? That's when you are able to have your consciousness go higher. That's when you're going to have a higher consciousness, because I don't believe that lies push you towards a higher consciousness. I believe telling yourself the truth, always defending the truth, speaking the truth, is something that would take you to a higher consciousness. And this is why people who are below a certain consciousness are the people who are very petty. They talk about petty stuff. They're always fighting, always mingling in other people's stuff, because they have nothing constructive, nothing conscious about them, you see. But if you want to elevate yourself, tell yourself the truth, seek the truth, have people around you who speak the truth to you. Don't have yes men. And there's another thing that I also am glad that I found out. I don't like people who just tell me, yeah, who agree with me. I want people who constructively will argue with me. And even if I throw out theories up there, right, you don't just take them as they are. You argue with them, and then we can better, uh, take our minds together and come up with better concepts, so that we help each other grow, and be better people. So that's about it. That's basically what I've learned, what I like, that I look forward. This is another reason I look forward to being 40 and going beyond that. Obviously we all want a longer life, so we can see our kids grow. We see the future that we were trying to construct come to pass. We want to see a better future for the next generation, as we prepare ourselves to be the guardians of those next generations. So, yeah, reconciling with myself, that's one thing that I'm glad that I did. Many lessons I've learned before I turned 40, rather. Many things I've done. I've undergone so much experience, with life threatening stuff, all sort of things. So I had to come out with just one concept. If I had to come out with just one thing, that would be it. Now I can do better. I can create better, or do better mistakes, because mistakes, you will always make mistakes, but now I can do better mistakes. Go and experience better stuff, because I'm obviously wiser. I'm much more discerning. I'm not that naive person that I used to be. much more insightful, you know, and that has helped me throughout because I'm very introspective about myself because I'm very much into developing myself into the person that I think would be good in the long run for society and be able to contribute towards society. But if you're not good inside, as in you're not good with yourself, I'm not talking about being good as in being good and bad, but if inside of you you're not healed, maybe I may put it that you have not healed with your past, you've not healed with the traumas that you've had, you've not really healed with those bruises that those demons, I might say, that were haunting you throughout, then you still have a lot of things to do, to take care of, and make sure that you are healed before you are able to go out there and try and heal and help others. Anyway, my time is almost up. It's been your boy Alfred, and I hope this one was good. And for Wakati Avenue, stay focused and stay with the knowledge. Keep on fighting for your knowledge, fighting for truth. And till next time, I'm out. Peace.